Rolling. Rolling.
Okay. All right, and action.
Hello, welcome to What's the Point Of? I'm joined this week as our regular two with Charles Rogan and with Stephen Lamb. We're talking about the Slavery Remembrance Day, and we're going straight into it. I want to know from both of you, exchange flags in Liverpool, the top end of Liverpool. What does exchange flags mean to you?
Okay, well, I always thought exchange flags was a place where slaves got exchanged for items back when the slave trade was still active.
Well, that's what I thought. Is that right, Charles?
Well, no, it was not really slaves exchanged. It was a place, it's like a stock exchange, and the flags are like the business cards of the businessmen, and what they would do.
So these businessmen not had their own flag?
Yeah, and it was like a receipt. So if I was selling you 400 bales of cotton, and you were buying them off me, we would exchange the flags, our business flags or our business cards. So it was like a way of keeping a receipt. Now it's all be done by computer, and you can make a business deal with someone over in America. But obviously, at the time, we didn't have computers or anything like that.
Right.
So they actually did it in person. They had the suits and the big hats, and they would stand actually at the back, you know, in the big square, and they would exchange, they would shout at each other and things like that. And then when they'd make a deal, they would then physically exchange each other's flags, and that was where it came from, the exchange of flags between two people physically exchanging flags.
So can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
So Charles, you're saying the flags were from the ships that were in the Albert Dock as well?
Yeah.
Is that right? So
Yeah.
can you expand on that as well?
Well, basically, it was merchants who exchanged business flags. So you know which merchants.
What kind of items were typically involved?
Well, Liverpool.
What kind of goods?
Liverpool was part of the slave trade triangle, and also when you had the Industrial Revolution, we had Manchester and Lancashire, which obviously the mills, we had the cotton trade, yeah. And before the Manchester Ship Canal was built, the Manchester merchants were basically held captive, if you like, by the Liverpool merchants who could put basically anything they like.
What, held captive?
If you like, because the goods came into Liverpool.
Yeah.
So we had the goods, so we could say to you how much you want, well, we'll charge you £100 a bale. They didn't have any choice, and that's why the Manchester merchants built the canal.
It's kind of blackmail, basically.
Yeah, basically, so they had the monopoly, so the ship canal basically took the monopoly back off Liverpool, and the Liverpool merchants actually physically tried to block the ship canal.
How did they try and block it?
Well, basically, they tried to buy up the land.
All right.
Yeah, they started, well, basically, if it was going through people's land, they would try to buy land and then not sell it, but then government stepped in and bought the land. But the Manchester merchants basically, if you like, outwitted the Liverpool merchants, and once they had the canal, the ship canal, the ships could bypass Liverpool, go directly to Manchester, and the Manchester merchants then started to build up their fortunes.
So Charles, are you saying, when you say outwitted, are you saying that's a good thing?
For Manchester, it was a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's
What about Liverpool?
well, the thing is, it's like in a business people are cutthroat. If you mean like Liverpool, yeah, Liverpool was built on trade, and
Well, hang on.
yeah.
On slave trade. So.
Well, no, not originally built on the slave trade.
Oh, from 17.
Yeah, from 17.
Early
Yeah.
1700s.
And the thing was, we took the slave trade off Bristol and
Yeah.
London.
Why did we do that?
Well, basically, what the thing was that as the ships got bigger and the slave trade got more important, and the money, you could make it a fantastic amount of money. Unfortunately, the Bristol and London ports couldn't handle the size of the ships. So Liverpool, because it had deep water berths, they took over, and they basically had an almost monopoly on the world slave trade. At one time, they basically ran to about 70% of the world slave trade was run by merchants in Liverpool, or ships that were owned by Liverpool merchants, because we had the deep sea port. So we were ideally placed for the slave trade triangle.
So those other, so the other ports couldn't possibly have those ships there?
No, not physically because
They're big enough, the water wasn't deep enough?
the water just wasn't deep. It would just look really that we had the Mersey, which was a lot deeper. So, and then we built the facilities then.
So just to round up this section, There's a statue, isn't there, in exchange for
There is a
flags?
statue, yeah.
Do either of you know what it's called?
Well, I'm not sure what it's called, but I thought that was a memorial to the slave trade,
Yeah.
and hence the people on the statue being changed.
I think that's what most people would think.
Yeah.
Charles, have you got anything to add to that?
Well, no, the statue's nothing to do with the slave trade, actually.
All right.
The statue
Right.
is actually called Nelson's Monument, and it's to commemorate 3 of Nelson's greatest victories. Obviously, the Battle of Trafalgar is one of them.
Yeah.
And each of the 4 figures on the monument represents a battle, and the figures represent captured French sailors, and they're shown in poses. One's got his head in his hands and that, because obviously they've lost the battle and he's been captured. So it's a sort of like celebration of England's might overseas. But over the years,
Why is that in Liverpool? The statue about Nelson.
well, Liverpool was one of the major ports in the world.
Right.
Liverpool was the 2nd city of the empire.
Yeah.
There was only Liverpool was maybe 4th or 5th largest seaport in the world. And the thing is, this country is fond of statues and
Yeah,
things
very
like
much
that.
so, yeah.
And because with a major seaport, we've got immensely rich merchants. They built a statue to honour a British hero.
So why do you think then this myth is...
Your last point, okay?
Yeah.
in this myth there is a slavery kind of memorial. How has that become so predominant in Liverpool? Because pretty much everyone I know thinks that's what it's for.
I think what it is because Liverpool figured so largely in the slave trade, and if you look at the figures, they do look like they do look like slaves.
Yeah,
And I think it's the
story.
colour of them, and it's the chains. I think is the most
Chains
And,
main
and,
the
it's
chains.
because it's in exchange.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we have to draw to a halt there. Thanks for tuning in this week. Next time on What's the Point Of, we're going to be talking about the mole of Edge Hill.
And cut. I gotta tell you, that was really excellent. You know, you can talk for English. No, in a good way. I actually thought it was educational. I thought it was clear. I thought your questions were very curious and interesting and stuff. The only thing I'll say is Helen, is like, I don't know if you follow the notes,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm your audience, right?
Yeah.
You kind of like look up or look at him or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And you didn't have to rein him in too much, a little bit, but you were just doing a lot of looking down. But it still was great. I
Yeah.
thought everything was excellent. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
You know what I mean? And also, it's also the importance of show notes
Yeah.
and everything. All right. So next group in. So Charles, you stay in. Jamie, Jack.
Yeah.
Do you know how to operate these cameras?